There are hundreds of gift guides that are geared towards dads over the internet. They're mostly generic. They have stuff that we don't really use on a daily basis, or we don't really enjoy having. So I wanted to put a gift guide together that's focused on stationery and analog tools that really make my life, my personal life, a lot better. So I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get something out of it. And if you're a dad that is trying to get ideas, you can send this video to whoever is going to give you some gifts. If you're someone looking for ideas for a dad in your life, this is the video to stick around to. Just for a quick context, I'm a bridge engineer by day, so I work on a lot of stuff on the computer and I do a lot of calculations and whatnot. So I like having some paper on hand. Most of my life lives on the internet, like most of our lives nowadays. So I wanted to, again, try to gain back some of that time and put it into paper and be more reflective, if that makes sense. So all the tools here, again, things that I use every single day, I'm going to be splitting this into under 25 to 60, and over 60. I'm going to give you a quick and very special gift that you can give your father or someone in your life at the end of this video. So stick around and let's jump right into that list. Okay, so the first item right here is the Rhodia number 16 notepad. I've talked about this one before. Has a really subtle grid and has, again, you can barely see it on the screen. I'm trying to see if I can show it to you clearly, but very subtle dot grid. It's a A5 size, has 90 sheets of their ADGSM paper. It costs about $10. It's not very expensive. And this one is one that I just kind of keep on the desk, kind of on the side for whenever I need to write something, for wherever I need to maybe sketch something. I don't have my paper or I don't have my notebook with me and I just want something quick that I can sketch. This is what I go for all the time. Rhodia number 16 notepad, again, a must have under $25. The next one is pens, and more specifically, these Zebra Zarasa vintage clip. They're $12 for about 8 of them. I think they have 2 different sets. I got them a little while ago. Were having a discount. So these are great pens that I've talked about again in the past because I've talked about most of these products because I love them so much. But they are really smooth ink. The colors are great. They're nice and some muted. Maybe this is not for everyone, but I do like them. They're not super bright. And again, they have a nice variety of colors that anyone can use for when they're planning, they're journaling. And one of the best things, at least for me, is the clip. How it works has, again, a lot of give for whenever, if you have a notebook that is a lot thicker and whatnot. This is a great product. Another great product that I'm sure you've seen a lot of people talk about are these Zebra mild liners, and especially if the father in your life likes to, again, plan in and color coding and do a lot of color organization. These are great to have. They, again, are a little on the muted side. It's more of a preference as well, but they come in 1,000 colors, feels like. They have hundreds of colors that you can pick from. One of the best things is that they're dual-ended, so you have the chisel, regular kind of highlighter tip on the one side, and then you have your kind of bullet fine on the other side. So great highlighters to have. Again, the colors are a little muted and maybe not for everyone, but at least for me, and I know a lot of people enjoy having this kind of a staple in the stationery world. They're a little harder to use with gel pens. They tend to smear them a little bit, but there's a few tricks like highlighting before you write, and they are just, again, fantastic colors and something that I keep both in my kind of main kit as well as in my kind of full stationery kit where I walk around the house and do all of that because I use them that much. So my liners, great to have. Not very expensive for a pack of 5. And they have basically every single color you can imagine. The next item on the list is fountain pen ink. If that person in your life loves fountain pens, there's a wide variety of inks you could possibly get. I'm a big fan of these diamond inks. These are, I believe, 15 milliliter bottle, no, 30 milliliter bottles. They're not very expensive. They are fantastic. They have basically every single color you could possibly imagine. They're very popular. They're very well reviewed. And I have here the Oxford Blue and the Red Dragon. I think the most popular one is the Oxblood. And they, again, they're fantastic. I do enjoy also the Kaweco. These are a little larger. They're not as high quality, but I do enjoy having them. These are my first kind of 2 bottles that I owned when I first got into fountain pens. But these Diamine are fantastic inks. Check out all the colors they have, and you cannot go wrong with these 2 little bottles. Now we're getting into the little higher tier, the 25 to 60 range. And again, this range is more of the kind of a little more premium, someone that enjoys having high quality tools, and someone that is going to appreciate and is already maybe into stationery and already has some tools in their kit, but they're always going to look into improve it and find some new tools. So this one right here is the Fisher Space Pen. I've been carrying this one for years, and they come with a pressurized refill, so they're great to bring outdoors. I leave one of these in the car. I know it's going to write every single time, no matter what, if it's cold, if it's hot. And that's one of the main uses I have for these little pens. They're easy to stick into places. They're a little on the expensive, in the more expensive side, but you can find cheaper ones at a discount in a lot of places. And again, the main selling point is that they can write upside down, underwater, extreme temperature, zero gravity, basically anything. And these were the pens that NASA brought in some of the first missions. Not this one exactly, but one of the Fisher pens. This one right here is a little different. Again, you can see it has a 2-tone feel notes. Sells a couple of these pens. So I got the black one and already have a brass one. And again, the lettering here is brass or gold. So I kind of mix the 2, and I think it looks pretty cool. And if you've seen a couple of my videos before, you know I don't enjoy the pressurized refill this comes with. So I went ahead and replaced it with a zebra refill. Again, just kind of trim it to size, add some tape so it doesn't go flying out the front, and it writes fantastic. So now I have a really compact gel pen that I carry with me basically everywhere I go. And these alongside a Kaweco Lilliput is all I take when I'm traveling a lot of the time. So really great pen. If they're into pens, this one is one that if they're outdoors, it's a great pen to have to bring places that you know you need something reliable to write with. The next pen in this range is going to be, again, this is my first fountain pen. This is the Kaweco Sport. This one has a fine nib. One of my favorite kind of writing instruments. This one feels great in the hand. This is the plastic body, so it's only about, I don't know, $30, so not very expensive. And again, feels, and to me, looks great. They have a variety of colors, variety of materials if you're not getting into more expensive ones. And again, writes very smooth with their fine nib. They also have obviously broad and medium and all the different nib sizes. But for me, the fine nib is the one that I keep coming back to all the time. This is a great pen if they're not into fountain pens yet, but you know they're starting to collect some stationery. Not very expensive. They get amazing reviews, and I can attest to that. It's a fantastic pen that I keep coming back to, and I bought a couple that I have in different kits. Very portable, kind of similar to the Fisher Space Pen, and easy to carry in the pocket, in a notebook, and great pen to have overall. Not very expensive, different colors, basically any material that you can imagine, and they're, again, great pen to have. Another great fountain pen that gets amazing reviews is the TWSBI Eco. This is a piston fill fountain pen, and you basically refill it directly from the bottle by twisting the top up here. And that means it's just maybe a little more advanced than the Kaweco, because that one uses cartridges and is a little easier to handle. But this one, again, opens the possibility to any ink bottle, any type of ink you can imagine. And right now I have it ink with a Lamy Azurite. It's amazing purple color that writes very nice. And that's one of the things I enjoy about this kind of pen. I can see kind of the color is a demonstrator pen that you can see through. And again, it's not very expensive, at about, I want to say $35 to $40, depending on where you buy it from. They come in a variety of colors. They're constantly having special drops with great colors. They have different models that you can maybe upgrade as time goes on. But overall, it's just a very satisfying pen to use. Full size is great. It has a lot of great reviews in terms of keeping the ink wet, just this closing system. I've let this pen alone for 6 months, and I come back and it just writes immediately. So really reliable pen, great pen to have in your arsenal, especially if you have someone that is maybe getting into fountain pens and they're not sure what to get. Either the Kaweco Sport or this one are great starter pens. Okay, we're moving up a little bit on price here. This is the Lamy Voyager. It's about $45, and this is what I use for my project planning / planner / multiple things. It's a great product that uses waxed canvas and is kind of the size of the Traveler's notebook. So it uses basically the same inserts. And I have mine set up as a kind of productivity notebook. So I have a monthly insert from Sterling Ink, and I have a weekly insert from Sterling Ink as well. This is the vertical insert. So you can add multiple inserts. They have an elastic system at the bottom here that you can just add notebooks to. I have a notebook where I keep projects, any ideas, anything that needs action that stays in this notebook, and I summarize it with, again, different tabs and inbox and whatnot. And then I have my work notebook here where I just take meeting notes, anything related to projects, and I just kind of put it right here. So this one is set up as a kind of productivity setup, but people use it for all sorts of things. I like that has a couple pockets here. I keep rulers. I keep some of these folders from Traveler's Company as well. And it's a very versatile product, but they also have A5, they have A6, they have multiple sizes that you can choose from. And again, they have a lot of great reviews, and I've used this as kind of my 2026 planner and setup, and it's working fantastic. Now moving on to maybe a little more premium category. And in this space, my favorite thing is these leather covers. And they're into leather. This one right here is from Paper Republic, but there's different companies that have them. MeePlus, Plotter, different companies. The Traveler's Company as well has some great leather covers. And again, this one right here is from Paper Republic. It's in the olive green and feels great in the hand, very premium. And to me, this is the best part about kind of the analog living, just the feeling, the tactile nature of all these tools and how they age with time. I think that's the best part of some, just not collecting, but just having things that you can see yourself making progress, and you can see yourself using them over time and aging and staying with you for a long time. And that's very true with leather. I've had this one for, I want to say 6 months now, and it's aging great. I kind of keep it as more of a on-the-go setup with a few field notes. One for this one I call my collection, so anything that I need to keep long term. The one that comes in and out. This is my kind of catch-all notebook that I just can have random things in here that come with me, and whenever I have an idea or anything, that goes in there. And then lastly, I have kind of a master index and all the things that I do and whatnot. So that stays back here. These covers are great. They feel really premium in the hand. Traveler's Company, again, has some amazing covers as well. They're, again, more on the premium side, but they're totally worth checking out if they love stationery, if they love tactile things, and if maybe they're not into the leather. The wax canvas from Lamy is also a fantastic product, but I do prefer the leather a lot of times when I want to carry it with me and I want to see it age. I want to see it kind of mold to my pocket, to where I'm carrying it, seeing all the stains and scratches and all that. just gives it a nice story and a nice character. And the last product I have here today is one that I recently made a video about, and again, it's more on the premium size. This is a Alpaka tech case. This one right here is actually in the X-Pack version, this olive. I really like green, and I think it looks fantastic. I had it laying around for tech a few years ago, but I since upgraded to a different one. And I was looking for kind of stationery kit that I could hold all my stationery. And this one really does the job. Can carry a ton of stuff, and I have it loaded up with all my favorite things. And you can probably see the zebra, these Rasa clips right here, these zebra eyeliners, Fisher Space Pen, some of the things we talk about in this video, because this is my kit that I carry with me basically everywhere I go around the house, or if I'm traveling and I know I want to do a lot of planning and journaling and whatnot, this is the kit that comes with me. It's able to hold a lot of stuff. So if you want to see a full rundown of what's in here and the uses and whatnot, I'll point you to that video in the description below. Okay, that is the list. Now let's talk about something special. You have seen this cup of coffee here on the desk, and it's a very special coffee. It's actually my family's coffee over in Colombia. We grow it, we produce it, we do all the process, and then we package it and send it over here in the United States, and we sell it to, again, friends, family. I'm starting to sell it more to in the internet. We have a website now, TWSBI.com, and I'll be linking down in the description below as well. But if you want to give them something special, something that you know is high quality, you know where it's coming from, you can read our story. You can ask me questions in the comments. Again, it's a very special coffee that I know you're going to enjoy. And again, if you're the father in your life, or you yourself enjoy journaling, you likely enjoy having it with a cup of coffee. I certainly do in the mornings, and I love, again, having this special coffee. It's very high quality and premium, and obviously makes the journaling session just that much better. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check it out. If you want a deeper dive into what's my journaling kit, you can click this video right here. Otherwise, YouTube is going to recommend a video up here for you to watch. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one.